Hello!
Hello.
So, my name is Mikael as always, and I'm here with Anu, and you are the HR manager for Housemarque.
Yes.
And what's the game of choice for today?
It's Transistor.
Transistor is, I'd say, the second game from a studio from the US who made also
Bastion.
exactly, and that game is known for really cool art style,
Yep.
good music, good voiceover,
Yes.
mechanics and everything there. So, why did you choose this game?
Because it's so great. It's cool.
It's cool, it's great.
Yeah, I love the graphics, I love the music, and those are really important for me when I choose a good game to play. So it's really, you can already see that the graphics are different from, many games.
Right, so it has a unique art
Yes.
style, very interesting sound world. You're a musician yourself also,
Yeah.
so I assume you can appreciate good sound and good music.
I do.
That's
For
good.
me, music is one of the most important things in the games. When I like some game a lot, there usually is really good music, really good sounds.
So does that mean you play a lot of Guitar Hero?
No,
No.
I did
Okay.
when it came. Yeah, I didn't broke my arm, but I got some kind of what's it called? Not an infection, but I played-
Carpal tunnel syndrome or something
Yeah,
like this,
yeah,
where
yeah.
you can't use your hands. Usually we get it from the mouse activities,
Yeah.
but then you got it from Guitar Hero.
Yes. I
Well,
did.
good luck with that. That's
Thanks.
it's a definitely music game.
Yeah.
Do we have to press something here, or does it just
Um,
load, or what's the?
Yeah, I have to press
Hey,
something.
Red.
All right.
The game
We're not gonna get
starts
away with this, are we?
from here. And one of the cool things about this game is also the story. It's
Okay.
really nice, cool story. And when you start playing, you don't know anything yet. It starts
Together
from that.
again.
There is no intro. It starts
Sort of.
with this.
So it goes directly into
Yeah.
the game.
Yes. And then
You get to drag a big ass sword
Thanks.
around.
Found us already. They want you back.
Well, first of all, yeah, the visual stylings are really unique.
Yeah.
You're like in this digital world,
Well, so do I.
and I guess they'll tell you more about that.
Yeah.
And,
And you learn things while
Nice.
you proceed in the game. So
Okay, let's go.
just try out
One more
things.
tally.
The narrator
Just to the
is
bank.
also really,
Think I know
really
where we
cool,
are.
and it's important part of the whole,
Experience.
whole-
sort of like in Bastion.
Yeah.
The-
Same guy doing the.
I was gonna ask.
It's the same guy. And have you seen how the guy looks like?
I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's just he may be of African American origin.
Yeah, and quite young, and he doesn't look at all like I imagined
Okay.
him looking. Like you got this really low, raspy voice, but he's
I-
like a young dude.
Right.
Yeah,
Sometimes if I enjoy too many of these older whiskey-based products, then I may have this sort of a voice in the morning. But that's just on special occasions.
yeah.
So I guess this is sort of a tutorial to get you into the
Yeah.
gameplay mechanics. Can you tell us a little bit about the gameplay of it?
Yeah, you basically there is all sorts of enemies, as you can see, and then there is this, as you saw, there's this mode where you can
Ready.
kind of this turn mode, so you can stop everything, and then you
Right.
can plan your moves, and then you choose your moves, and then press R2 again, and then it does quickly all the moves. So
Exactly. So it's sort of a strategic setup,
yeah,
and then you can execute
Yeah.
with a simple command.
Now.
Okay, but it's still single player.
yeah,
You have
single player.
one character,
Yes.
or do you get more?
No, it's
Just
only
one
this
character.
one character, and it's a cool character. So
Lady and the
Yeah.
sword.
yeah,
The sword talks to.
yeah. The sword talks. It's the narrator.
clear.
fighting
Okay,
the
that's the
sword.
thing. Yeah.
And little by little, you start to not until the end you realize what and who is really the sword, kind of.
Right. So
But
it's a mystery. We
yeah.
don't want to spoil too much.
We don't want to spoil it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
May I say at this point, because
Hey, up there.
looking at the visuals,
Hmm?
the narration and everything,
world.
it's setting up a something that's clearly there's mystery element
Yeah,
here,
yeah,
and we'll probably learn more.
yeah.
But there's a distinct likeness to the heroine and the player at the current moment, if I may say.
Yeah, yeah. Someone else said that also, and I realized when I first found this game and I loved it a lot, and then I changed my Facebook, the kind of wall picture or whatever behind from Transistor, and the heroine was there, and then my picture next, and I was, we look kind of the same.
And that's when it hit you, like,
yeah.
So,
but I've had this, hair quite a long time, so.
So then maybe they copied you then.
I think so, yeah.
You should call up the guys and ask if they've been spying on Housemarque offices.
Yeah.
It could be just my paranoia, but I call all the developers, like, so am I in your game? Is this guy?
Yeah.
So I do that a lot.
Yeah.
Hopefully not all the industry is like this.
Get out of here.
All right. You have clearly played this game a bit before.
A bit, yeah.
So you can kind of just walk through here, but if there's some areas of interest or kind of happenings here that we should focus on, just bring them up.
Yeah. For example, you find these dead persons, and then you can basically grab their, well,
okay?
I wouldn't say soul, but kind of.
Essence.
And they become, new weapons for you, so they will.
Right.
As you can see, they absorb to the weapon, and
So it's
then
like
you
a
get
new action.
Yeah, you get new actions, and yeah.
So that's throughout the whole game, an upgrade.
Yeah, that's throughout the whole game. And when we get to the next, point to save, I'll show. Yeah, and then
Is the whole game about dragging the sword? Does she gain like more energy to?
she's dragging it. Well, it's a big and heavy sword.
It reminds me a little bit of the Buster Sword in Final Fantasy VII, where Cloud Strife has this huge sword.
Yeah.
And at that point, I was like, well, it's maybe not.
Brain's not even on
The proportions are not good because it's clearly bigger than the guy. And here, actually, you have to drag it, which makes much more sense because I'd expect that to be quite heavy.
Yeah. And then there's these OVC boards you can go to, and they kind of bring up the story also.
And the weather.
Little. And the weather, like in this.
So it's basically creating a surrounding where the world is alive. You get some information, some news tidbits, and so on. Okay, it looks very interesting. I mean, here, if you watch some, let's say, Japanese anime, you can see the color world. The orange and the blue. All these effects. Clearly, they're about creating a virtual surrounding. I haven't gotten the chance to play this, but it's very different, and at the same time similar to Bastion. I played Bastion quite a bit, but haven't still gotten into this, and it's funny how you can take an art style and then totally transform that into this future virtual setting, if you will.
I really do like the graphics. I think it's
you.
They look hand-drawn.
Yeah, they do.
So I'm guessing most of the stuff here is hand-drawn.
I'm so sorry, Red.
There's these little cutscenes also.
They took your voice.
A bit about
I couldn't stop them.
background. So she's a singer, the main character. She's a singer in the city, and there's something that's happened, and she's trying to figure out.
Come on, just go.
Sort of a famous thing going on there.
Yeah.
Maybe she just woke up one morning with a really bad hangover or something, and then she's like, "What's this happened here? Why do I have this sword?" I'm just speculating. I don't know. I'm running with what I have. All right. So compared to Bastion, for example, what differences did you play?
Yeah, I played Bastion. Yeah, I haven't finished it actually yet. Well,
Okay. But you finished this game.
Yeah, I finished this. And this is not,
Let's go.
long. You can play a couple evenings and you'll get through.
Right. So you found it as a satisfying experience.
Yeah.
Totally worth it.
Yeah. For me, when you have the ending credits and you listen to the song and whatever, when you have finished the game and the ending credits come, and if you feel like crying a bit, then it's been a really good
That's
game.
an indicator of the successful game experience. Okay, so if we compare this to, for example, Housemarque, we've dabbled into strategy just a bit, but we haven't really made a game of this sort or in this genre.
Yeah.
So definitely we could learn, for example, just from the genre itself. But also what's interesting here is that even though we've had a very strong music presence and going into audio effects, I think that the way they're telling the story from a visual perspective is something that we could analyze maybe more.
Yeah.
And maybe even learn from, because it's definitely there. These guys have it down quite well.
Yeah, and it wasn't such a big team that made this game. I think there was.
I know.
Not
Smaller
even,
than us.
not even, yes, not even like 10 people, maybe 8 to 10 people.
Exactly, but it only means that you have to have a clear focus of where you're focusing on in the game, and then be able to deliver on that. I'm guessing, like for example, they don't have multiplayer and no PvP, no deathmatch mode. So you kind of have to pick your battles. Alright. Do you have a lot of like enemy fights in this? Like big boss stuff?
I think I know a
Yeah,
place
you
we
do.
can get
Not that
around.
many big bosses, but a lot of these, smaller.
And also I see that there's these kind of pillar elements there, so you have to hide behind these areas.
You can use them as a shield then.
But it's a bit different because Bastion was more about action.
Yeah.
And this is more about turn-based strategy.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
So they do kind of, they have innovated or done something very different in that sense.
They have.
Hey, Mr. Moyle, you in there?
I just want to listen to the narrative.
It's him, all right, but I can barely hear him.
It's really, really nice the narrator. It kind of keeps the mood up all the time. So.
Oh no!
Well, the visuals.
Cut off our escape.
And is this a boss fight that we're getting into right now?
It's these creatures come later also. This is kind of first a little bigger boss.
Right, so tiny bit.
Yeah.
So setting it up. Is there a lot of variation in the...
Some, but mainly there's, I don't know how many different, characters there is to try with, but...
Because for me, if I look at, for example, the abilities, it looks a bit like Diablo, where you have that, assign this ability for this button. But of course, that's not turn-based. It's
And
full-on.
The cool thing also about this turn thing is that now I can, go there, try different weapons, then I can, draw it back and try if this makes more hits or this, or which is, the best.
Do you think it's too easy of a system, though? Does it give you enough challenge, or?
Well, it does. I don't, demand that much from a game in that sense that it has to be hard. But maybe some really hardcore gamers would.
Exactly.
Easy.
But it's turn-based. It's good that it gives you this opportunity to kind of test things out. So I'm assuming you can beat this mini boss here.
Yeah. Maybe. Let's see.
It's all the talking coming in the way. I know. It's not that new to us. We do fail a lot when we try to make these videos, so it's quite understandable. So if we compare it to Housemarque games, of course, a lot of us focus on making our games action-oriented, really skill-based, and there's this really fast-paced stuff going on. So compared to this, for you personally, it's maybe nicer to get into the story more. But you do play some faster games also.
Yeah, I do. I was really addicted to Resogun last Christmas time.
Right.
So I do like those games also, but mainly I like adventure and action RPG and that sort of. What?
It's locked.
Yeah,
User point. See, the sword is not ultimate skeleton key to every door.
Okay, you're in.
No.
Pick the right doors to get us to,
Yeah, so here you can change your, weapons and upgrade them and have some, well, there's more and more of
You always
these
gain
coming.
new stuff and get to upgrade through that.
Yeah.
Well, if you look at this from the perspective of comparing it to action games, for example, Bastion is much more action oriented, and a lot of our games are really action oriented. You can only take that for so long.
Yeah.
Like you can have a cool action session for maybe 15 minutes, half an hour, and then you need to maybe take a break.
Yeah.
Try something else, or just calm down for a little moment. I guess with this game or this types of games, you can go on for longer, and then it's not a big difference to change up and to go make some coffee because the game's not demanding your focus the whole time.
Yeah.
I don't think you'll be able to do it. It looks very demanding. Still.
Shove off.
I just need to keep myself safe, and with this jump I can
Get away from
make
it.
this quick moves.
So do you feel the game has a lot of depth in terms of upgrades and this kind of role-playing elements, or is it sort of is it more of a strategy game or is it more of a role-playing game? How would you see that?
I don't know which one more. You can probably choose what you prefer, because there are these different weapons and then different combinations of weapons. As you can see, there's the main weapon, and then you can choose add the other feature to it. And every different combo has like different kind of effects in the fight. So you can really carefully choose the specific combos to use to specific enemies. So
right. So you have to kind of go back, think about it a little bit, try things out.
But also you can mainly just hack and slash and go through and
so there is that element of
there is that element also. You maybe
force.
die a few times more if you don't plan a bit more carefully, but
it works.
It works a lot.
That's usually how I head into my games. Like
Yeah.
I have a sword. Let's see how many skulls I can crack,
Yeah.
and then a week later I learned from my brother who's played the game more. He's like, oh, you could have done that. You could have done this. And
Yeah.
that's I guess that's my approach. All right, so you beat that enemy,
Yeah.
and you still got to beat the small guys.
No, I just call it.
Oh. Cool. Well, what about the music? You said you really love the music in the game?
Yeah, I do. It's
So is
really,
this whole
really
block.
nice. I've been listening to the soundtrack a lot lately when I found this game. It's really nice soundtrack, to listen to. Oh, then there's this cool feature. Is it on already? No,
Maybe
not
not.
yet.
Maybe we get it soon and we can still check it out.
Good
Yeah.
call.
But okay, if you think about the
That's
storyline,
okay, yeah.
there's a main character who's a singer, so
Okay.
you'd assume that they put some
64
time and effort into
5
making
blocks down.
Yeah.
the music
Take the
cool.
second right.
and
Yeah.
You like it,
Not
so
turn left.
Yeah.
And
how much do you feel
Thanks for
that
the lift.
tells about the game itself? Like, is it? You said it's important, but can it really expand the experience so much more?
you turn left.
Like, is this game just a game, or is it also the music and the soundtrack?
Yeah,
and-
I think it is. I think it is. Also the art. I would love to have a poster.
Men these things.
I think they have a poster.
They do not have a sense of humor.
Game also really nice art.
They will drag
Right.
you
Art
down,
print and
wipe you out.
So adding these elements can, add to the whole fan experience.
Camera
Not just playing the game or performing in the game, but also like getting the posters
Whatever you're thinking.
and do the whole thing.
Do me a favor.
So yeah, for us, I mean, it's something that we keep in mind. But I guess we're focused on gameplay.
Yeah.
But it's definitely something we're not passing by. Ari's making great music for our
Yeah.
games. Hopefully we can get the Resogun soundtrack out there soon. It's coming.
Yeah.
And we don't have any official posters yet, but working on that one too. We got stickers, so
Yeah, we got
Like,
stickers finally.
we're going to the right direction.
Yeah.
We're not on par with Transistor and Bastion
Meet
yet,
us here.
Yeah.
but I guess we can always learn some more.
Let's leave her.
Cool. Other than that, I think that we could have a little bit of a kind of summary of why
Yeah.
Transistor
Maybe not.
is your game of choice for this particular time and place.
Yeah.
And if you have any insights of what they're doing next. You have nothing?
No, I'm really interested, to hear what they're doing next. Bastion was awesome. This is awesome. So yeah.
You got to waiting for them to come up with the next title, and I'm sure they have at least one customer in the Housemarque ready to buy that, and everything else like posters and everything.
I just actually ordered the actual CD for this and Bastion.
Right.
I still do like my CDs. I like to,
It's a little collectible thing that you can have
hold
there.
them and
Even if you just listen to the MP3s, you can still have that CD. It's cool to own.
It's nice. But yeah, the story is really. You the story. You don't have to read all the. At the same time when you get the new features, new weapons, you can also read about the people behind. You saw those dead people. You get more information about them, and it really goes deep into the whole story.
Cool.
If you want to, but you can also just play.
But you've read everything, I suppose. You kind of
almost
really got into it. I can see that.
But yeah, I like these kind of experiences with cool graphics, really nice music, really nice mood. Like I love Journey, for example. That kind of games
It's a really atmospheric.
Yeah.
They got something down with that game.
Yeah, they did.
Definitely. All right. Well, this is another episode of Housemarque Developer Let's Play, and we wanted to show off. Anu has a very different and distinct liking to games, and I think a lot of us share that to some extent. But it's just another unique look into what kind of cool people we have working at the office and their views on games.
Here's actually, that cool feature. You can press L1 and the main character starts to hum with whatever background music there is.
Right. So I mean that's another kind of a. They didn't have to put that in the game.
Yeah.
But they
it's
did.
Just for fun,
That's it's a level of commitment that not everybody can get to.
Yeah.
All right.
Really nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, Anu.
Thanks.
Awesome having you here, and thanks for letting us be a part of your and Transistor's world. And I hope you come back. Hope we can get some insights on the games.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah. Bye.